Hey guys, it's your girl Kaylee Sparks here with you today, and if you haven't watched the video on how to create this super cute high-waist shell pants with zip in the back, make sure that you go and check it out. So for today we are going to do the installing of our zip in the back of our crochet shell pants. And if you haven't watched the video on how to create this super cute crochet pineapple crop top, make sure that you go and check it out. So let's jump straight into this. So I completed my pants foot. Okay, so what I need to do now is to put in my invisible zip. But before I put it in, I'm going to turn over my pants on the wrong side. So this section of the zip supposed to be facing to the section that you want to go out, alright, and this section supposed to be in the inside section. Remember, we turn our pants, so what we're going to do now is just catch our measurement by bending this section in, put it right up to the edge of our pants, and then use our pin to hold it. Make sure that you put it as close as possible to the end of our pants. So just continue to fasten off this section, and I'll meet you when I finish fastening it off. Alright, so this is how your work's supposed to look. I don't sew it up as yet, so all you do, you just hold that zipper and run down. And if you notice, I have a little piece at the edge showing so that it will go freely. Alright, so this is how the inside section look, and now I'm going to just start doing my sewing. So my thread is invisible. You have to look very clearly to see my thread. Alright, so that will give my work a more clean finish. Alright, so remove your first pin. Make sure that this section is twist in. The section that we bend is twist in. Put your needle from the inner section, so it's right in between the crochet and the zip. So that's where our knot is going to start from. So go back into that same section to fasten it off. Make sure that your work is completely at the top of where your first stitch is going to be, and just start doing your sewing. And because I don't want this video to be super long, because I'm not going to sew very fast, I'm just going to do the sewing off camera, and then I'll show you the finishing of this section. You don't have to give it any special way of sewing, just sew right through once your thread is invisible. But before I go off, let me show you it a little closer, so you can see that this section is actually sealed on. See that? So I'm just going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you at the end of this section. I want you to notice that I try to make my needle go through each and every stitch, so that I won't have any space in between my stitch. I want it to look like I'm using a machine on it. Hey, I'm just a neat freak. Trust me, I'm just a neat freak. That's just who I am. I love doing things and let it be well done. That's just me. But you don't have to go through the small stitch if you don't want to. That's just me being the kind of person that I am. So if you notice, you see a little ridge. That's where our zipper is. That little ridge. I try to make sure that I put it as close as possible. As close as possible. Try to go into each and every stitch on your crochet when you're doing this. Because we want our work to be well done. Neat is our game. So just continue to do this. So I go down, then I come back, I work my way back up. So now I'm going to kind of carry off this section right here to hide it off. So bend it properly and just continue to stitch. So we're coming this way to hold down our zip properly. You don't necessarily have to stitch down this section, because if you want to kind of clip out this section of your zip, you can do that. Alright, so I'm just going to fasten off this section now to make it firm, and then create your knot. And then take your scissors and cut off that section. So if you notice, my work is very neatly done. I told you guys I'm just a neat freak. Can't do any better. So if you notice here, it's well neatly done. But one thing I have to say, guys, make sure when you're stitching down this section, you do not go over on the ribs of the zip. This section, do not go over on it. If you go over on it, your zipper is not going to work. So make sure that you leave out this section where you see this ribs section. Always leave out that rib section. Alright, you can go close, just always leave out that rib section. So I'm going to do the next section off camera, and let me give you a look. See, my zipper is working perfect. Alright, so this section now I need to stitch. That's why you're seeing that section is lifting. Alright, so I'm going to do that off camera. So I finished with my zip, and that's it. So cute, guys, look at it. Very neat. Think I need to start making more zip in outfits because I'm loving it. See that? Alright, so we are going to put on our hook and eye. We're going to start by our hook, and this section is the hook. Alright, hope you're seeing it clearly. This section is the hook. So place it and let it face up. Alright, just push your needle under and try to get a grip. And just go right through that hole that you're seeing. Just go right through that hole. and just make it at a firm spot. So we have 2 sides to sew on the hook. Alright, so I'm just gonna tuck it into this section. Just send it across and start on the next section of it. Just go in between that space. In between that space. Under and over. Under and over. Alright, so when you have that spot firm, just slide it in and then we create our knot. So just tie off that section and then we are going to go on the next section and just cut off your thread. And then we're going to go on the next side. Make sure that you make your knot. So while I was doing it, I just create a knot for this section the same time. So make sure that it's at a comfortable spot where it can hit with this side. Alright. So just slide under and just pull up, slide under and just pull up and just continue to do it until it reaches to a spot that is firm. This will stop your zip from running. That's why we're applying our hook and eye. So just continue doing this. Alright, so I finished sew down this side. So what I'm going to do now is just slip over on the next side and finish it off camera. Alright, so I'll meet you when I finish sew this, because this video is so long already and I don't want it to be anymore too long. So hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Sparks family. Remember, each one teach one. So just continue watching. So we are finished with our zip, and see guys, it is super neat. So just pull down your zip and attach, remove your hook and eye. Your hook and eye is there to keep your zip up, that it won't run down. Okay, so peace out until next time. Love you guys.